Hello and good evening, everyone. This is Chilla, and
And this is Ruku. Hi, Maria.
hello, and hi, Melissa, and hi, Karen, and hi to everyone else. Quickly, and this is what's stopping you from having the money and creating the money. That's the big question. Where shall we start it? Like money itself is fun. Having money is fun at all. Is it something that we learn that is possible, or in our reality it's fun to have?
Or we are allowed to have money?
So when you think of money, when you think of, let's say, just a small amount, let's say $5, what comes into your mind? How do you feel in your body? You know, money, you're an infinite being. You are very, very spiritual. Maybe in some lifetime you were told you are not allowed to have money because you were a monk or a nun, or you had some spiritual religious thinking that said no money at all, because that's not spiritual, because money is the bad and evil and the devil, and that will drive you away from awareness and consciousness, or drive you away from God. So anywhere you decided that the best solution is not having money, because money is stronger than you and the devil behind money is stronger than you. So the best way to protect yourself is not having money. And you still function from that reality in this lifetime, you know, hidden underneath everything. So everything it brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, whole nine shorts, boys and beyond. So there is this thing about money that from one end, money is something really great and we desire to have it. And on the other one, we have so many points of view about having money, and we have an idea, or we have a level of, or an amount of money that we are comfortable with. So what is your amount of money that you are comfortable with? What is the amount of money that you allow yourself to have, but from the moment you have more than that, you start to spend? Or you start to create such situations where you have to lose, or where you have to quickly spend money. Let's say your fridge is broken down and you have to buy a new one, or you have to get it fixed, or your car get fixed, or all these things that were not expected at all. But what happened? You just become very close, or you got over that amount that was comfortable, which means you had more than what was comfortable. And in order to get back to the level of comfort that you had to spend. I mean, this is how it works. But are you willing to expand that level of comfort with money? So what if your comfort with money would be more? Let's say, ask a question from your body. What would be comfortable for you, body? Because there are two things. You are an infinite being and you have a body. And as an infinite being, you don't really need money.
Your body does. Your body likes eating food. Your body wants shelter, nice clothes, and all other stuff.
And having fun.
Yes.
So, and your body has an awareness what would be a great amount, or what it could do with money. And you can ask your body, okay, and your whole being, what would be the amount of money that you could create now, or that you could receive, that you could play with? What if money was to play? Something that you can play with, that you can create a different reality. What if, a lot of people says, I don't need that much money. I can live from a very small amount of money. I can make it from 200 a week, or 100 a week, or even less than that. I can go under the bridge and then spend no money at all. And we can go down and down and down, and just below all the possible amounts of money in order to survive. But is this life is about to survive?
Surviving or having fun with ease.
So what are we creating? Are we, bidding under each other? How can we spend less and less and survive on the smallest amount of money? Or what else is possible, really? What if we create these situations by going lower and lower and lower and under all possibilities with the amount that we decide we can survive on? So what if this is not about surviving? What if you can create something much greater? What if you can create different revenue streams without the need of, you know, like not from the fun, but without the need of, hard work, without the need of going back to the college and learning, new subjects and find out how the hell you can earn with having 2 shifts a day, like working not 40 but 60 hours a week, or not 5 but 6 days or 7 days. Like, would it be fun? I guess it's not really fun to double the work hours. But the thing is, even if you don't know cognitively with your mind what would be fun, it doesn't mean that you cannot create that. It does. Okay, I have to say it again. In order to create money or create new revenue streams, you don't have to have a cognitive thought or thinking or that type of information. All you need to do is choose. Because how it is created, the manifestation is the job of the universe. That will bring it to you. But the thing is, we always have a point of view. Okay, I will have more money, but what the hell I can do with it? I have to justify to spend more money. I have to justify to have more money. Do you truly have to justify to have more money? Isn't enough to say, have fun with more money. Are you allowed to have fun with money? So if in your reality, fun and money is not together, then what do you expect about money? If in your reality, if that's what you learned, that's what you bought into, this is where you're born, in that reality that you have to work for the money. Let's say when you were a child, they told you, okay, when you do the gardening, you receive this much. And when you do a much harder work, you will receive much more money. But when something was fun for you, then you had to do it for free. Let's say when you said, oh, mommy, I'm happy to do the gardening, the lawn mowing. Cool, do it. And then, oh, it was fine, thank you. And you had a great time, but it was not acknowledged. Does it have to be acknowledged? Or you are the one who has to acknowledge your own efforts. So what if we would turn around the whole wheel, and instead of expecting others to acknowledge us and believe what's and how this reality works, what if you would start to creating your own reality? So what is it that you are so amazing, so great at, that you are not willing to acknowledge? That would be fun for you to do. And it doesn't really matter that if that job doesn't exist. If
you can create that job. Yeah. We have examples for that.
Guess what? 80% of the jobs that are now here on Earth 30 years ago was not existent.
Someone created.
I don't mean all the jobs are great, but these positions now that you can choose from were not really existent like 30 years earlier. What if you could create something that is fun for you that generates money? Like, people have an idea that, oh, I really love like cooking, but no one would pay for that, or I'm not a master chef, so therefore no one would pay for that. When you go into that possibility, you're already in a limitation. You try to think out something, how it can work. So you try to function from other people's reality that, all right, in order to earn too much or good enough as a chef, you have to be in that profession. You have to go into a restaurant, let's say a 3-star Michelin restaurant that maybe doesn't exist, and not even here, and be there and, I don't know, spend there 10 years and then maybe.
How many times did you hear when you have fun, it doesn't create money for you. You have to work for money.
You have to do something really serious, and you have to act seriously while you are doing that.
So this is just a hobby. You can't earn money from hobby. When did you buy into this?
And what if the way you could earn money, that way doesn't really exist? So no one can show you, but the universe can bring you that. So the thing is, you don't have to know how it works. You don't need to know what you should do. First thing you need to do is just choose. What you can choose. Are you choosing to create the money that you desire? And what would be fun? You can try it with small amounts of money, or you can try it with big amounts of money.
If you are brave enough, you can try with big.
Because
money.
the end result is the way to get there will be provided. The thing is, are you brave enough to choose it? If you have the point of view that big amount of money requires lots of efforts, it will come to you that way.
But if you choose to have a big amount of money with total ease
and fun,
guess
what will come? That will come.
Very, very easily. Yeah.
And with having fun. So, but if you would like to play on the safe side, which we know Access is not about that, but if you choose that, just play with a small amount. Let's say 5 times more than what you earn now on a monthly basis. So just choose to earn that much on a monthly basis. What would it take for me to make 5 times more income and profit? Not just income, make it profit. You can't do that, right? You don't need to know how you will do it. You don't need to go back to school.
You just need to choose and ask
the universe.
The open question, and that's it. That's your job. And the universe will provide you, or the other job for you, take it. When the possibility is there, you have to take it. Otherwise, it won't.
So the thing is, we think that it will come in a way that I expect. Well, what is your expectation? Your expectation is always based on a learned path that you have seen, as I mentioned. This is not something that you have seen before. You're asking something and the universe is going to give it to you in a way that may not exist, that wasn't there before. So no one can tell you, I did it this way, and it will show up the same way for you. What if the easiest for the universe to provide it is not the same as it was for your neighbor or your family member or whoever else? It's not about how it will come. It's about that will come. But you just need to choose it. And of course, you need to keep choosing it. So even if you choose today and doesn't happen by next morning, it doesn't mean something wrong with the whole thing. Just keep choosing. And it's not about keep choosing for a year and nothing happens for a year. Are you truly desiring to have that much money? I mean, the greatest thing, if you try to play with an amount, when you think of that amount, your whole body starts to become
excited.
You feel that, this is the amount. Yeah. For this, I would do it. I would do it because that's the amount that makes me feel so amazing, so crazy.
What is that amount of money?
That's worth
to wake up every morning and worth to start the day and is so excited.
When you do what is happy and fun for you to do, and you can do it with so much fun and happiness and joy by earning that much or creating that much money. So if you choose that amount, that will create a lot for you. That will be something that keeps you going, keeps you choosing. And of course, you just need to ask a question all the time, like, all right, I'm choosing this, and the universe is bringing it to me. The next thing is, are you choosing to be aware to all the things that the universe brings to you? Because there are things that are not leading you to that direction, and there are things that are leading you to that direction. So you just need to be aware which one is taking you there, which one is the next step towards where you want to get. So anytime when something comes into your way that you have a sense, oh, maybe this will be the one, just ask the question, truth, is this the one that is the next step for me to create that amount of money? Yes or no? No. Okay. Whether it's logical or not, just follow your awareness, because from the moment you ask, you know everything. There is no such thing that you don't know. You just need to ask the question. So, yeah, that's the question. What else is possible if you start to use these possibilities? Just a quick one. Oh, hard to hear us.
No,
Okay.
just me.
Just chill.
Just me.
Yeah, I know why, because she's not talking. Please.
Yes.
No, it's just a couple of times you're fading in and out. Rocco's really clear, but just sometimes you're just fading in and out.
Yeah. Podempok.
Sheila, now you just disappeared. You're Podempok. Come back, please.
I'm here. Just joking. You
Yes,
can't
yes, she's not here. She was just joking before.
Okay.
So, and it's not just about money, but it's about creating the lifestyle that you desire. You know, a lifestyle is much more than money. You can have the point of view that money is the one that makes you buy the lifestyle, but there are things that money cannot buy, or it's not required money for that to buy or to create. It doesn't have to cost money, but you can still keep choosing and things can show up. So wherever you decided, and all the things that you decided that for this I have to have money, will you now destroy and uncreate all that? So anywhere where you stop yourself from creating something because your point of view, or that's what you heard or seen, or that's your conclusion that I have to have the money for that to create, will you destroy and uncreate all that for all eternity? Right and wrong, good and bad, Podempok, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Do you have a question? Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I missed that because my son was putting the cat in the dryer.
Yeah.
So what was that clearing statement thing? I just missed that last minute that you just did.
Oh, I missed it too.
You can listen back.
Oh, so it was about
What was that?
the last clearing statement.
Yeah.
It just came and gone.
Sorry, we will send the recording and you can listen back. Sorry.
But do you have any question?
We don't remember, but any
My
question?
cat in the dryer, inside the dryer. Literally. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Sometimes it's just coming and yeah. Yeah. So.
Right. So what is the lifestyle that you desire to create? Oh yeah, it was about everywhere you decided that you have to have the money in order to create everything in your life. So you destroy and uncreate all that. Everywhere where you stop yourself from creating things because your point of view is that I have to have money for that, or I have to have this amount of money for that. Will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, Podempok, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So everywhere you decided you can't create something because you don't have the money for that, will you destroy and uncreate all that too? Right and wrong, good and bad, Podempok, all nine shorts, boys and beyond.
But if you just need to choose first and after the money will shows up. Is it clear? Can you hear now? It's better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's about choice. Why? Through choice, you tell the universe what you desire to have. And the universe is not a poor thing that doesn't willing to give you anything. The universe have all the powers to give you. And it's not about that if you are a good girl, then you can have it. If you're a bad one, you won't have anything. It's not about Santa Claus. It's not about Christmas or having all these things that you have to be good. And whose point of view, what is good?
Yeah.
You are only allowed to have the money when you spend it on good things. Whose point of view, what is a good thing?
Universe doesn't have any point of view.
So when you look around and you see that, oh my God, there are so many assholes around me and they are all having money. How does it come? I don't have money. I'm not a nice person, but they have. Universe have no point of view about money. You have, and these people have no point of view about money, and so they can have. Are you willing to have money?
Are you allowed to have money?
Are you choosing to have money? How much money are you choosing to have? How much money you have, that's how much you were choosing. But what would you like to create in the future? How much would you like to create in the future? And if you have a number, can you please double it now? Or triple? Can we go beyond? Are you willing to have a bit longer life so you can spend a bit more? And what if the prices are going up so you will need more? Who cares? What if you would have the capacity to create money all the time and create all the income streams that would bring you the money for everything you desire all the time, non-stop, with ease? Are you choosing that? And everything that it brings up, it doesn't exist on Earth. It's not possible. And I never seen that, where you destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So are you choosing to have the awareness about everything that comes into your life? That which one is creating what you desire? Which one is the next step? You don't need to see the second step, just the first, the next one. You don't need to know it. You don't have to have the perfect plan for creating that thing. Just choose it and willing to step on that first cornerstone when the universe places it in front of you. So everything it brings up that if I don't have the control in my hands, I'm not going to do it. But you destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, so time times effort and everything it brings up. We destroy and uncreate all that. That you need to have the time and all the efforts. And when you put the two things together, then you can create something. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what if you can be so irrational that you can create anything without the element of time involved in that? So if we would give up the need for time, that this thing takes this much time, that thing takes that much time. So if I want to get there, there are 3 steps, let's say, and this is 1 year, that is 2 years, that is 3 years, 6 years. No, it's not worth. I'm not going to do it. It takes too long. Are you willing to give up all your points of view about time? So what are you creating as long as you're buying into the reality of time or other people's reality about time that, hey, in order to get there, you need to spend or you need to put this much money into the bank every week.
Or you need to spend that amount of time with that project or whatever.
If you don't spend that much time, then there is no result. The result that you desire, it can't happen. You are an idiot. You are stupid telling me that you want this. You don't do anything for that. You don't have the degree. You don't have the connections. You have nothing. And everything it brings up. Just return back to the sender. Okay, you can have that fun.
Yes.
I'm choosing a different reality. So what are you choosing?
If money wasn't a problem, what would you choose? What would you create? What would be fun for you?
If money wouldn't be a problem, if your age wouldn't be a problem, if your gender wouldn't be a problem, if your health, if your body wouldn't be a problem, if your parents wouldn't be a problem, if your children wouldn't be a problem, if your partners wouldn't be a problem, if your ex-partners wouldn't be a problem, if your job wouldn't be a problem, if your boss wouldn't be a problem, if your cat, dog, mice, rats wouldn't be a problem, if being a drinker or drunk all the time wouldn't be a problem, and everything it brings up, anything, if nothing would be a problem, what would you choose to create? What would you create?
What would be fun for you to create? What would you do?
Yes, this is the time to choose. I mean, from now on, it's easier to choose.
And you don't need to know what is that. If you feel that energy, just stay with that. Because words are limitations. And sometimes you don't have words for that feeling, what is coming. Just stay with that feeling and ask yourself, I'm having fun with that. And I'm choosing more of this.
So it's not about that you need to have $1 million to have a lifestyle, because even with 1 million, it doesn't guarantee that you will be happy. Are you choosing to be happy? Are you choosing to have fun? Are you choosing to have that sense of life every day and night.
Money follows joy. Joy doesn't follow money. If you are happy, if you choose to be happy, because happiness is just a choice.
Hopefully we are not the first to tell you this.
Yeah. This is just a choice. If you choose to be happy, joyful,
then you will be happy and joyful.
Yeah.
If you choose to be angry and nasty and naughty and tired, guess what will show up in your life? Nothing else but that.
You create your reality. Your points of view create your reality.
Your choices will create your future. What do you choose now? And you can say anytime that, I may choose it, but what if not? What you created until now is based on the what if not. All the doubts and all the points of view of others.
What if yes?
What if no?
What if? Yes.
What if no?
What if yes?
What if no? It's not about believing in us. There is a great thing. It's your knowing and your awareness. So you know everything. There is no such thing that you don't know. There is no such thing that you have to learn before you would know it. So when you, when something happens to you, when you ask a question, the energy of what it creates comes to the surface. So for example, what would my life be like, or if I would have like $1 million with ease, or what would it take to have $1 million with ease? And you don't have any sentence. Like, I guess you don't have a sentence in front of your eyes, step 1, step 2, step 3, but you have an energy behind it. So are you choosing to have that energy? And anything that comes into your life that has that matching energy, that is one step that can take you closer to it. And you can choose to step on that or don't step on it. You may have a point of view that, well, for this, I have to do this, and I don't want to do this. It's okay. You don't have to choose it. You can keep choosing the thing that you desire, and the universe will give you that again and again and again until you choose it. I mean, until you do that first step. And then you have to do the second step, the third step, and then are you keep choosing to get there? Or you give up before the first step would come? And who are you listening to who tells you that, you can't do that? I mean, everyone is telling you you can't do that. What if you would give a chance for yourself to do it? It's not about what they tell you that you can't do it. It's about you choosing to not do it because you are listening to all the smart people around you who are telling you that you never done that, therefore you don't do it, don't know how to do it, so you can't do it. There is no such thing that you can't do it. There are just things that you are not choosing to do it. So what is the thing that you are choosing to have, choosing to create, choosing to do? Are you willing to have everything that is fun for you in your life? So what are the things that can be fun for you? I know you stopped dreaming at age 4 or 6 maybe, but what if this is the time for you to start
again.
Start dreaming.
And choosing as well.
Of course, it's not enough to dream about something, but keep choosing. So are you willing to keep choosing to create the dream that you desire? Something that everyone says, oh, that's a fairy tale. It cannot happen. You know, you are just in a small town. You don't have the connection. You don't have the money. You don't have the school, the degrees. You don't have this and that. In this place, it's not possible. No one ever seen that's possible. And then what? Who cares? Are you choosing to create it?
You are a great creator.
Because everything you have today, you created. What if you would choose something else to create that would be fun, greater fun than what you have now? And if you have great fun now,
more fun. Because
there is no such thing
more.
that you can't have more.
You can have more and more. That's why I say, how does it get any better than this? Because it always can be better and more.
It can be faster, greater, better, if you choose it. If you're not, because you buy into that this is the maximum you can have, or this is the level that you are comfortable with, or this is the amount of money that it's right to have this much, because for whatever reason, whoever's points of view and judgments, because if you would have more, then all the neighbors and the friends and relatives will take it from you. Or if you would have more, then you should pay more taxes, and you wouldn't receive the subsidy from the government or whatever. So therefore, you cut back all your capacities to create more. So anywhere you decided that it's valuable somehow to have what you have now and not more than that, to not create more than that, to not choose them more than that, everywhere you decided that, and anywhere you keep it significant and maintain it in your reality, will you destroy and uncreate all that for all eternity? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And what can you create now?
What else is possible? What would be fun?
So again, what's the amount of money you would like to create? Or what's the lifestyle that you would like to create?
Into that energy. You don't need to know what is that exactly or the words. Just step into that energy. What really would like?
What would be fun for your body? What would be fun for you? What would be the room look like, or the energy of that room, the energy of that house, the energy of the people that surround you, your friends, your partners, your parents, or whoever they are? What energy they would have that would be fun for you, that would be generative to you, to your body, to your whole being. Don't worry how it will show up. Just ask for that, because it will show up.
It will.
It will. But who is the one who is judging how it will show up? Is that you? Are you willing to receive? Because you are asking for something, but are you afraid of how it will show up? Or are you willing to choose it no matter what? It doesn't mean it has to show up in a way that you see in how it showed up for someone else. Are you willing to create what you desire? So the thing is, and there is a question, what if I don't see it? Like, what do you mean don't see it? Don't see what?
The possibilities.
Or what you desire?
What you desire.
I mean, you don't have to see, just have the energy of what you do. I mean, there are many options here. If you choose to have the energy, like how you feel, what is your sensation about the future that you would like to create? If you have that energy, and call everything, invite everything into your life that has the same energy. And anytime when something comes into your life that has the same energy, choose that. Even if that's not logical, not cognitive at all, just choose that thing, because that will take you. That is the next step you have to do in order to get where you would like to get.
Yeah, that creates more. That's the greatest contribution in your life, actually.
So it's not about seeing it, but having the energy of it, the sense of it. I mean, of course, you can choose that. Oh, I have an idea about, like about a house on the beach. Maybe you don't have all the details of the house. You don't know where on the beach, which part of New Zealand, whether it's in New Zealand
at all. Yeah.
But it's just having that sense of, wow, I can hear the waves.
If you feel that excitement in your body, oh yes, yeah, that is that energy.
That's what to choose. Well, if you don't have that excitement, you don't have that sense of ease and fun, then are you using some logical thinking to create something?
Because usually it's not logical at all. No, not at all.
When you have a point of view about what you have to create, then it won't be fun. And if it's not fun, then you can go to work, because it's just the same thing. I mean, unless your work is really fun and you enjoy it and you create a lot through your work, then just forget about what I just said. And of course, you can have 2 workplaces, and both can be fun. It's not about that. It's not about that. When I work for money or when I create money, it's not work but fun. And I cannot work more than 12 or 16 hours a day, or I'm not allowed, or I shouldn't. But what do we call work? So anywhere where you decided work is something heavy and you have to sweat down by the end of the day or within an hour, that is work, and this is the way.
Yeah.
So anywhere you decided this is work, or this is the way to generate and create money and create the life you have, that you desire, will you destroy and create all that?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah.
Do we have a question? Any questions?
Any questions?
Any questions?
Questions?
Questions. There is an echo. Question.
Questions.
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 No questions. All right.
So, have you ever seen anyone creating their life? What do you mean about creating your life? What is creating your life? You just imagine yourself like standing in a white robe next to God, or you look like God, and then you shake your hands like, now I'm creating my life. And I sense that life is created here. Now, to the left, now I have to turn left. Oh, there is a big, oh, and then to the right, and now it's created. Cool. What is creating your life for you? So anywhere where you have some fairy tale in your mind that this is how you have to do it, anywhere where you have a thought process or a point of view, what it is, how it should be like, that every morning you have to wake up and do some processes or something in order to create your life.
In the same time, you have to do everything in routine.
And of course, it has to be very early, because that's work, that's really creation. When you do it very early, when you have to give up something for creating that.
And if you wake up a little bit later than usually, you are a lazy person. Yeah.
What if creating your life can be fun? What if it's not about that? Do it in the morning, every morning for 30 minutes at 6:30, and every night at 10:30 for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What if it's not about that? What if it has nothing to do with that? You have to do it the same time of the day with a routine, like a habit. What if
you can do anytime, anywhere, anyhow, where you desire?
What if it's about following the energy? And if the energy comes in a different part of the day, there are people who wake up in the middle of the night and they have an amazing, genius idea, and they just write it down, and then they can go back to sleep. Okay, that was part of your creation. You just did one step. Cool. And next morning you wake up, and maybe a day later you have an idea what to do with what just came into your mind, and you do the next step. You don't wait 2 weeks. You do it when it comes. If it comes at 3 a.m., then you do it at 3 a.m. It comes at 10 p.m., you do it at 10 p.m. If that comes on the toilet, then flush it down and start to do it. It doesn't really matter when it comes. Some people have a point of view that, work has to be done during the day, and creation, all these things. I mean, are you willing to be that irrational to give up all your points of view about time? When is the right time for that? The right time for everything is following the energy.
And everything that brings up, would you destroy and create all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
You are the one who knows when to do it and what to do. Are you choosing to ask questions to have clarity about that? We can start with simple yes and no questions and follow that light and heavy technique. Like everything that is light is true for you, and everything that is heavy, that is not true for you. That is not something that will create your future. Are you choosing to practice more and play with this? Not like a word, but play with this tool. It's so amazing. It gives you all the information that you require. Just play with it, please.
Very simple and very powerful.
So if something comes into your life, just ask the question, if I choose this, is that a contribution to what I'm asking for?
Does it create more for me, for my life?
Does it create what I'm asking for? Is that one step towards it? Does it make me closer to what I'm asking for? If not,
don't choose it.
Even everyone tries to tell you that this is the choice you have to make now because this is the best. If it's not, you know it's not. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. It's for them. Or maybe not for them, but it's definitely not for you if you don't feel it's for you. Because you know it if it's for you.
You know everything.
But are you choosing to have clarity and have the awareness about everything? Are you choosing to have financial awareness? Are you choosing to have clarity about money and ways of creating money and ways of creating income streams? And everything it brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds.
So are you willing to receive all the possibilities about money, all the different ways of creating money, all the different ways of receiving money? And everything it brings up, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds. So all your points of view about how things could show up, will destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds.
All the time when you control things, you have to control or you want to control everything, otherwise it's not going to happen, or, you know, will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah.
And you can choose to have fun with your creation. The universe will bring it to you in a way that is fun, but you have to choose that.
You can.
If your base concept about creation is it's heavy and it has to be hard, this is how it will be brought to you. It will be broadcasted by God. Are you choosing to have a different channel, a different type of creation when it's really fun and joyful?
Ease. Would you like to choose ease with everything?
Even with money.
Even with money.
Even if that's not reality for anyone else, it doesn't really mean that it cannot be your choice.
The good thing is if other people don't choose something, it doesn't mean you are not allowed to choose it.
That's because others
that's
are
their
not
choice.
Choosing. It's not justifying it's the wrong choice.
Just a choice.
There is no such thing as bad choice or good choice, just choice. Whatever you choose, it will create something. And you can tap into its energy and immediately you sense the energy. And through the energy, you have a sense, what is that? You just tap into it. If I choose this, what will this create? And you have a sensation after that, immediately after that, well, it's shit, or it's expensive. It's light. All right. Then choose it because that's what it will create. Are you going to and are you willing to have fun? Are you willing to have fun with money and fun with creating money? What if this whole process can be lots of fun?
And ease, lots of ease. So every time when you bought into creating money or just having money, it's so hard and very tiring, and you have to work very hard for that. Would you destroy and uncreate all of that and return back to the sender?
And it's too late for you.
Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds. Every time when you made a conclusion, it's too late. It doesn't matter what is that, but it's too late. would you destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, cool.
Any questions now? Well, is there any topic you would like to hear about regarding creating money, having money, spending money, spending money? How can you spend money to create more?
With ease.
So one thing is having money, and another one is spending money. It's not wrong to have money, to accumulate money. There is nothing wrong with that. And there is nothing wrong with spending money. Anytime when you spend money, when you decide to spend money to purchase something, you can ask the question, what will this create if I buy this?
If I buy this, would it be a contribution to my body,
to my business,
life,
to my money?
And does it create money for me? And if it's a yes, buy it. It doesn't matter how much is it, buy it, because it will
you can ask the
money.
question if this will create more than what it costs.
Yeah.
Is this the thing that is this a thing that will be a contribution to me? Like if you go into a supermarket to buy or to a tech shop or whatever, where you want to buy a new mobile phone or a new blender or a new TV or whatever, and you can, or a printer for your business, and you can ask this question, okay, if money wasn't an issue, which one would create, or which one would be the greatest contribution? And just allow yourself to receive the energy from that product in that shop or in that place. Just allow yourself to be brought to that place, to that thing. It can be the cheapest, it can be mid-priced, it can be the most expensive, but what if money wasn't an issue? Because we have a point of view that, you know, the low-priced products are not good, the middle-priced products are average, and the high-priced products are the best. And what is your point of view? Maybe you say the cheap products are the best and everything else is shit, or it's just a rip-off. And everything it brings up for you, will you destroy and create all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. You know, when you enter a shop, you already know which one would be a contribution, or maybe there is nothing in that shop that would be a contribution to you, to your business, to your creation. If you ask the question this way, like, okay, if money weren't an issue, what would I buy now? What would I buy here? What would be a thing that's a contribution to me, my life, my business? Show me that, please, now.
And it doesn't matter, you know, if you have money, really, it doesn't matter you have to buy always the biggest and the most expensive things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that.
It's not about that.
Yeah, you ask. If, you know, you have money, you don't have the lack and the need feeling. If I really don't worry about the money, which would be the greatest contribution for me?
Which projector, which blender, which TV, which this
whatever.
or that.
Which one create more for me? And if it's the cheapest one,
then buy that one. Just have no point of view about it.
Yeah.
It's not logical.
It's not logical at all.
No.
But it creates a lot for you.
Here is an example. So we, last year we had a washing machine that just broke, and it was not doing one of the.
It didn't work very well. Yeah.
It just stopped.
And yeah,
doing
we
things.
asked questions, and we asked the washing machine if it's want to be fixed, and we got the information no.
All right.
We can buy another one. Okay. And we asked questions, okay, because it was in the morning, so okay, let's
go and buy today.
And we asked questions, and it was no.
Tomorrow.
Okay, so it's not logical because we had no clothes to wash.
And we had
Okay.
the time to buy, and it
Yeah,
was
whatever. Okay. So we had to wait a day. And what happened the other day?
the
It
next
was
morning,
a big sale, washing machine sale. All right.
and everything was cheaper. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I asked questions like which one to buy, which one would be a contribution, and there was one that was nearly one of the cheapest. Cool. Went to the place, the shop. I went there, started to ask questions, all the one that are demonstrated, and ask again, tested it. If I buy this, will it be a contribution? Or if I buy this, and it was all no. Even the one that was a great contribution, hey, something is not going very well here. And then I had the sense, all right, there is a problem with the question, because these are products that are on a just for demonstration. So maybe it's fallen down, or it was used before, or something like that. So I had to ask the question in a different way. If I buy a brand new of this one, would it be a contribution? And suddenly the energy just shifted. Even the ones that cost that were the most expensive, when I asked the question the previous way, it wasn't good at all. But when I asked the question in a way that, all right, if I buy this packaged and brand new, what will this create? Then it was totally different. So then it was the one that I was asking before that was nearly the cheapest, but it had that amazing energy of, yes, this will create a lot. And the thing is, we bought it, brought it home, turned it on, started to use it, and it was doing an amazing job. I mean,
it still does.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but it was not logical. Yeah, like it's the cheapest. How could it do? It was washing far better than any other washing machines that we had in the past. Like we thought that we have very clean clothes, and this one was just, wow. We just thought it was clean. Now it's clean.
Yeah.
And yeah, something can be a contribution, and it's not about money. It's not about how it's advertised. You have the awareness, you have the knowing. You just need to ask the question to know what to do, to have the information.
To have the clarity.
Yeah. That's why you need to ask the question for the information. Well, last question.
Questions?
Do you have any question? All right.
Everyone fried, I think.
Cool. So, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
And thank you for different countries. Hi, Renee. She's from Malaysia, and Galina, I guess, from Russia. So thank you for joining us.
And yeah, we will send out the recording to everyone who registered tonight, and hope you see you next time.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
night.
And
Bye-bye.
use the tools.
Yes.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye-bye.